I'm John Mercurio. Up next on Hotline TV, the DCCC has its eye on Mike Castle.
I guess anything's possible if you drive through Delaware enough times. I'm sorry, Delaware always bores me. Up next on Hotline TV.
We see parents who dream big, of honor students and artists. By supporting programs that help children learn, we help parents watch their dreams come true.
From the Watergate Building in Washington, this is Hotline TV. Now here are Hotline editors Chuck Todd and John Mercurio.
It's Thursday, and I'm Chuck Todd.
And I'm John Mercurio. The DCCC recently targeted Congressman Mike Castle's seat as one that Democrats are going to go after with extra money, campaign staff, and advertising. Chuck Todd, let's talk about Delaware. What factored into the DCCC's decision to go after Castle? Come on,
sorry.
wake up.
Did you say Delaware?
Yes, I did, in fact.
Did you say Delaware?
Listen, you know, it's a state. It's got Ruth Ann Minner, one of the better governors in the United States right now.
I'll say this. I mean, if I'm Mike Castle, I'm like, all right, you want to target me?
You want to toss?
Come after me?
You want to toss?
Guess what I'll do? Maybe I'll form an exploratory committee for that Senate seat in 2008. And
That's
then suddenly
exactly right.
That would be an issue. I mean, careful. You get to the point where you're careful of sort of the fires that you start here. I understand the overall strategy. D-Trip sits there and says, hey, New England's turned Democrat, and Mid-Atlantic is really becoming blue. Castle is probably the last.
Away.
Yeah. You know, Mike Castle's probably the last Republican that'll represent all this stuff. Blah blah blah. But in these small states, it's always very precarious. Party ID is not how these folks vote. They know
someone like Mike Castle, who's been governor, who's been in the Congress.
It's a silly thing because if you start that fight, then all of a sudden Castle says, "Oh yeah, well maybe I'll go run for the United States Senate." And you know what? The way Biden's looked lately,
the DCCC doesn't care about that. He says, "Sure, go run for the Senate. Then it's an open seat that will win."
The way the way Biden's been going, if Castle challenged him, Castle might beat him because he has a little bit more of a.
But in a way that would actually work to the DCCC's benefit. That's what they're trying to do. They want to scare him out of a seat.
What they're doing here, they're borrowing a page from the Republican playbook of '96 and '98, which was when they sat there and said, "Okay, enough of this. No more of these protected seats just because everybody has good relations. Oh, we all love Mike Castle.
Don't touch me.
Castle's all this or that.
Don't touch me.
You know, Mike Castle also doesn't like to be touched. I hear.
Oh.
I hear he gets a little upset about
Good
that.
to know. Ruth Ann Minner likes to be touched.
So they're all going for this thing, and they want to just, you know, hey, sweep out. No more Mr. Nice Guy. Let's sweep these guys out. Screw Chris Shea. See, we went after him. Oh, that didn't work.
Right.
But you know, and I guess that's where they're going here. I just think this is what led to the politics that ended up punishing the Republican Party ultimately, right? Where they became totally too polarized, and it sent the wrong message. You know, if you're the Democrats, if you're the Democrats and you're a governing majority in Congress,
when do I get to talk?
No,
Tell me when I get to talk.
In 4 weeks, you get to talk a lot, and I'm not going to be here anymore.
I thought we were going to. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, but no, in 4 weeks, you get this show. You know, it's all yours. You know, look me, John Mercurio, Hotline TV.
Tune in 4 weeks. We'll see you next time.
And you finally get to see his version of it. No, but the practice, the Democrats need Republicans like Mike Castle to govern. And if they start getting rid of Republicans like him, they're going to regret it.
I agree. I actually do agree with you, but I think this is a very strategic ploy by Chris Van Hollen, who beat Connie Morella in a very similar district. It's a ploy by them to scare him out of the seat. And if he does decide to run for Senate against Joe Biden, you know, all the better for the DCCC, who then has an open seat.
And then Beau Biden becomes the member of Congress.
Beau Biden can't run because he said, well, he promised he wouldn't run, and they don't have a bench. And that's the Democrats' real problem, is that once they scare Castle, what are they going to do?
Ruth Ann Minner.
She said she doesn't want to run for the seat.
Well, you never know.
I don't even know if I said anything at all, but that'll do it for today's show. That was the best Delaware segment that we have ever had. Join us tomorrow when we discuss which moderates are championing the Endangered Species Act. I'm John Mercurio.
And again, all this airwaves for Delaware.
It's the free state, or the first state.
You don't
We're
even
the free
know.
state.
Whatever. I'm Chuck Todd. We'll see you tomorrow when we talk about South Dakota on Hotline TV.
Another great state.